Order in the court.
Okay, we are doing a verdict in that came in a couple days ago, and we're also doing 2 verdict watches. I believe one might be in March, and the other one might be in May. We will see. But these cases are coming out of Livingston Parish, Louisiana. Denis Perkins, 44 years old, was considered a hero, a high-level police commander. He was also head of Livingston Parish SWAT team in special weapons and tactics. He'd been working at the Walker Police Department in Parish since 2002. His wife, Cynthia Perkins, was a junior high school teacher at Westside Junior High with a pretty good reputation there until... In July of 2011, a woman would file a police report against Denis Perkins. She claimed that he was stalking her. She asked the specifics of the report not to be told to him. When I read that, I think because whatever he did, she felt he would have known she was the one that filed the police report, obviously. The couple who I just mentioned, Denis and Cynthia, this couple was actually running a child sex ring. They had tons of videos that they were actually producing and starring in. Each one of them appeared in these videos naked with children under 13 years old. That was coming from the junior high school. They had been charged with child rape, making and distributing porn, and a host of other charges. When this hero heard that the police were on their way to arrest him, he had thrown his cell phone in the nearby river. Now, pedophiles often have jobs such as priests, teachers, police, counselors, anything that involves children, where they're supposed to be trusted and in the lead. They normally gravitate toward these jobs. Now, I'm not saying that all policemen, of course, and all counselors and all teachers, no, absolutely not. But a lot of them, it's not shocking to find out that they were involved daily with these children. Now, the trial of Cynthia Perkins was supposed to be at least 2 weeks long, but she took a plea deal, which pretty much shocked everybody. Now, they were claiming she wanted to spare the children to have to get up there and testify. If you ask me, that's pretty much all bullshit, because what she was doing to these children is why they would have to get up there and testify. So please, she wanted to spare herself, if anything. And she told the authorities she wanted them to go after the real monster, which was her husband, Denis Perkins, who she was now filing a divorce against him. Like, okay, honey, little too late, right? And she apologized to her friends and family, I guess, for this disgusting behavior that she had been involved in. And she said that she was going to take blame for her part and that she wasn't innocent. I mean, first of all, you're trifling, and we never thought that this heifer was innocent at all. No one thought that, not even for a second. You were there right along with your husband, victimizing these young children, videotaping them, doing Lord knows what to them, and you enjoyed every minute of them because you thought that he was so high up there in his workplace that it would be covered up, nobody would ever find out, right? I mean, just terrible. I mean, I was wondering whose idea was it to make the baked cupcakes that she gave to her students that her man ejaculated in. That's right. Denis Perkins had used his semen for these cupcakes, or she used it, whoever, it was his semen, and she put it in with the ingredients and actually fed these cupcakes to these children. I mean, absolutely disgusting. This is how sick and twisted these two people were. Some of the victims actually came to court to give their impact statements. And of course, these are small little snippets of what the statements was. Somebody said, quote, "I wrote to let you know you didn't break me down," unquote. Another one said, quote, "You are a selfish, horrible person, and I hope you rot in prison," end quote. And while she was hearing these statements from her previous victims and students, she sat there in her, orange jumpsuit, prison-issued attire, and she just basically cried softly to herself. Pretty much she knew that she wasn't going anywhere that day. They gave her 41 years in prison, and she is eligible to get out. But first, she has to serve all 41 of them years. So if she's like 36, 37 now, in 41 years, she'll get out when she's like around, 78, 79, something like that. So she'll come up for eligibility when she's about 78. That's a very long time from now. And she also has to testify against her husband, who faces 150 years. So we all know that, he has 150 counts. 150 counts. 150 years would be nice, but he has 150 counts against him. So if he gets a count for each year, yeah, that would be 150. But he's not going to go anywhere either, because she has 41 years and she's testifying against him, and it's probably more disgusting stuff. I usually like to get the court documents and read, but you know what? I didn't even want to. The imagination is probably disgusting. So hopefully he will get that. And he actually comes up for his court date that they kept pushing back sometime in May. Now, Melanie Barnett Curtin, 41 years old, of Denham Springs, she was arrested on video voyeurism and first-degree rape and 1 count of child pornography. And she's actually the ex-girlfriend of, that's right, Denis Perkins. She was involved in an adult rape where they both sexually assaulted, because you can't say the R word too much on YouTube, so they both sexually assaulted a female victim while she was unconscious. And they took turns doing this, sexual assaulting, and they took turns recording it. Now, the sentencing date on that was supposed to be in March. I believe they're trying to push it back, and I believe they're trying to get a whole new trial altogether, because they said if she's found guilty, she faces like 100 years. Like, seriously, if she's found guilty of everything that they discussed, she's looking at that. So she wants to get a whole different trial. They basically took her out there crying and fainting and not wanting to leave. But you know what? You made your bed. Now you lie in it. That's what happens. And that took place in 2014. And I think that had a lot to do with that complaint that was filed in 2014, where the woman didn't want to get specific because it was with those 2 people. That's what I think. So those are the cases that are coming up. And I hope that the victims have some kind of relief. They feel some kind of justice, that this woman is not going to get out anytime soon and victimize anyone. All 3 of these disgusting people are in jail right now. And so I hope that the victims do feel a little bit of peace knowing that. And I will definitely follow this case.